Hi, it's Stacy again, and we're going to go over how to use your drive. Remember, your drive is up here in the 9 little squares, so we're going to click that and we can go into our drive. So you have My Drive, Team Drives, and Shared with Me drives, and of course we have Recents and Start, and then our trash. So the My Drive is where you keep things for yourself that you use on a daily basis to do your position or your job that you're volunteering for within the IAHE. Team drives, all of us belong to a team. All your team drives should have the convention recordings, and then depending on what team that you're serving with, then you would go into that team to find things. Shared with me is if you have somebody shared something with you and you can't find it. It might be in your shared with me. So everything that people have shared to this email account since it's been created would be in here. Just giving you an idea of how much that is. And then your trash, if you absolutely can't find something or you accidentally lose it, you can go into your trash. Let's say this picture here, I want to put it back. I want to use it. I didn't want to trash it. I can hit restore, and then it would move it back up to my drive. So we're going to go back into our email. When you are sent a document or somebody shares something with you and you know you're going to need it, you're going to want to put it into your drive. So we're going to go into Amy's here because she sent me some pictures. And if you hover over the pictures, they give you the option to download or to save it to your drive. So you want to hit the little drive symbol to save it to your drive. Now, if you mess up and let's say you download it, it's not a big deal. There's a way to find that as well. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. Or you can hit it again and then go into your personal download place and delete it. So that's up to you. But I will show you how to get it out of there. So I have shared all these with my drive. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into my drive. Now I want to create a folder for these rather than just have them, the pictures, rather than just have them floating around in here. So easiest way to do that is to go into New, and you're going to hit Folder. And I'm going to create a folder, and I'm going to call it 2018 CD, capital Day, Pictures. I'm going to create my folder. Now there's two ways I can move things into this folder. I can left click on it, drag it up, and place it in. Or I can go down here to the next picture and I can right click and move to and move it into the pictures that I want to, the place where the folder I want to put it into. The only problem is my computer gets jumpy, so we're going to bring this all the way up the top so I can show you better. So right click, move to, I pick my folder and it'll say move, and you move it into there. You can also do these in multiple, so that one's in blue. I'm going to go ahead and highlight all of these, and then I'm just going to right click on them, and again I want to move them. And it's being slow because I picked so many. But it would bring up the folders and then you'd move it into the folder. It's just my computer's being slow this evening for some reason. So I apologize for that. But it's the same process if I do one individually or if I do them all at the same time. So we'll just move one more over there. So right click, move to, and it's not finding folders at all. It's being very, very slow. We will come back to that part. Okay, now I said if you download something or you have something on a computer that you want to use and you want to know how to get it into your drive, it's real simple. You go into New, you hit Upload, File Upload, and right here is that Garfield picture that I had put in there. I'm just going to click on it and I'm going to open it, and it will bring it over to my computer now. And right there he is. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move him into pictures. I have to apologize. My computer is being a little bit jumpy tonight. There are my pictures and move to. So that's how you move and create folders within your drive. Now, if it's something that was shared with you and you would like to put it into your drive, like say, okay, the Kristen and Danny speakers was shared with me and I want to move it into my drive, I would right click on that and right here it says add to my drive. So I click on that and then it gives me a chance to change it or organize it if I want to. So when you go to organize, it could let you move it into a folder. So you could hit move here, create a new folder. Or if you just want to see that it's in your drive, we'll hit my drive. And if we look, right there they are. So it moved it to my drive. Now, in your team drives, that's where we're going to go next. So let's go to the regional rep one. Do not move content from your team drive into your personal drive. If there is something that you need to move into your drive, like for instance, let's say the Homeschooling 101, the 101 top points, which is basically you've taken the slideshow and it's the top points from our slideshow for doing a 101. If I click on it, I can print it from here. But if there, for some reason, I would like a copy in my drive, you would right click and you would make a copy. Now, I have made a copy, and as you can see, I'm going to open it up. It's exactly the same thing. Now, the copy, I can move into my drive. So I could right click it. I could say move to. I'm going to back out of here, and I'm going to back out of the regional rep parts, and I'm going to back out of the team drive, and I'm going to go to my drive, and I could move it there. And it's just letting me know that if I take this out of here, that now I'm creating my own ownership of it. So if what happens is if you take something and not make a copy of it and move it into your personal drive without doing the copy, then you have just taken it away from everybody else in your team. So do not do that. I know this one says a copy of, but you wouldn't take this. This is the original that's in here. So we're going to back out. And within each of your team drives are going to be information that is pertaining to that team. So if you're regional rep, this is one of my teams. So this is the Capital Day one. So by everybody that would be part of my team for Capital Day, they would have access to everything that I've put in here. So that's why you don't remove anything from there, because especially with being regional reps, other people are going to need to be in here. They're going to need the information. So you're better off, if you need it, to print it or to make a copy and then move that copy into your drive. We talked about restoring out of there. So let's go back to our email again. Let's say I'm going to use the same email that had all, no, I'm not, that's going to take too long. I'm going to use a different email here. Let me find one that's short. Let's say this ACE post. ACE is a support group or a co-op up in my area. Let's say I want to keep this. I can do two things here. I can move it into a folder, and I do have one set up for myself that says newsletters, that I can move it in there. Or let's say I want to be more specific and I want this to go directly into an ACE folder. I can type in ACE and hit create new, and I can create a folder. You'd hit create and then it would move it into that folder. Or if I would like to keep them in a drive, you can do this with any email that you receive. If you hit print, and when it brings up your email or your printing information, rather than having a printer listed, you can hit save as a PDF, and then you can hit save, and it will put it into your downloads. So I'm going to hit save. Now I can, from there, take that and put it into my drive. And all I would do is if I go back into my drive, I do like I did to find that picture. I go in here to new, and I'd hit file upload, and I would just fall through here. And did I name it Ace? Yes, I did. So I go in here and I'd open it, and then it's telling me what it's doing here. Okay, so now that email is going to be right here as a PDF, and I would have access to it. So the big times you might want to do that, if you're trying to organize some emails or you have a series of emails, you might want to put them into your drive, or again, you might want to create a folder over here and just move them into your folder. So that is up to you. And again, you can either do that when you do it by moving here, and you can type in a new label if you want to do it. Obviously, if it's not one you have, then you hit search and ask you create, or you can go right down here to create a new and create a folder and move emails over into that. So there are two ways to do that, to store those kind of emails. I think I've hit everything on that. If you have any questions, just let your team leader know, and we can get those handled. But remember, the nine little dots takes you into your drive. The only thing they're going to be in drive are what you put in there or that were shared with you. If something was shared with you and you cannot find it, you would go into shared with me. When you are looking for anything that has to do with your entire team, whether it be if you're a rep, 101s, the call log, all those kind of things, they're going to be in your team drives. Remember, do not remove anything from your team drive unless you have made a copy of it, and then you take the copy. Same with like the new to homeschooler. We have the new to homeschool letter, and then the regional one. So if you wanted to use this and you don't want to copy and paste and you'd like to put it into your drive, you can. Just make sure you right click on it and that you make a copy. And then again, you would right click and then you can move to, and you're going to back out of everything until you get back to your drive, and then you can move it over there and then move it into your own personal folder over there. So like I said, if you have any questions, let us know. That should cover everything for your drive, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.